Alright guys, so in this question we have a set S which has elements 1 to 100, so first 100 natural numbers, and the question is the number of non-empty subsets A of S such that the product of elements in A is even. Alright, so here first thing what do we have? We have a set S which contains first 100 natural numbers, and then there is a subset A of S, and A is a subset where the product of elements are even. Now what do we know? We know that when I have a product, let's say there are two elements A and B which belongs to set A. When can I say the product of A and B is even? We know that if we multiply an even number with an even number, I would get an even number. If I multiply an odd number with an even number, I'll get an even number. But if I multiply odd number with an odd number, I'll get an odd number. So now here, if we want to find the number of subsets which has a product of element even, then we need to find the number of elements which has product to be odd, and then we can subtract it from the total number of subsets. To do that, what can we do? We have here S which is 1 to 100. So we can say the total number of subset is or is equal to 2 power 100 because there are 100 elements in it. And now number of subsets where the product is odd. To do find that, what can we do? We know that out of this total 100 elements, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on up till 99, there would be 50 odd numbers. Now if I take a subset out of this 50 odd numbers and I find the product of those elements, I would get it as odd. So the number of subsets whose product is odd would be equal to 2 power 50 because of this 50 odd numbers. And now what can we do? We need to find the number of subsets where the product is even. To do that, I can just take the total number of subsets and then subtract the number of subsets whose product is odd. Number of subsets with product to be odd, which will give me 2 power 100 minus 2 power 50. Now if we take a look at options there, nothing is going to match out. So what can we do? We can change the form of this answer that we have gotten. We can write this as 2 power 50 into 2 power 50 minus 2 power 50. I'll take 2 power 50 common once and I will be left with this. And now if we take a look at option here, option number B seems to be the correct answer. Okay guys, so in this question, the question says, in a survey carried out on 1000 adults in a village, it is found that 200 speak Hindi, 300 speak English and 400 speak Urdu. So there are in total 1000 adults, out of which 200 speaks Hindi, 300 speaks English and 400 speaks Urdu. It is further found that 100 speaks Hindi or English, 150 people speak English or Urdu, and 80 people speak Urdu or Hindi. It is also found that 50 speak English or Hindi and Urdu. Here it should be English and Hindi and Urdu. Then the number of adults who speak exactly 2 out of 3 languages, what? So we have some data, and out of that data we are supposed to find What would be the number of people who speaks only two languages out of three? Exactly two out of three. Now to find that, let's draw the Venn diagram for this. Let's say this is the total 1000 adults. Now out of this 1000 adults, we have people speaking three different languages. Let's say this is the English, Hindi, and Urdu respectively. Now, if we take a look at the given data, what do we see? We see that total there are 50 people who speak all the three languages. So 50 people who speaks all the three would be at the center of this three, because it is the amalgamation of all the three sets. Now, if we take a look at how many people speak Urdu or Hindi, 80. So Urdu and Hindi, the common region between them is this. But we already have a 50 people inside it. Out of 80, if 50 people is already there, what is left? 30. Similarly, if we take a look at number of people who speak English or Urdu, it's 150. But 50 is already in the common region, so it would be 100 here. And same way for Hindi or English, there are total 100 people who speaks either Hindi or English, but 50 is already counted, so again this would contain 50 remaining people. Now, this information is not required to solve the particular question, because we need the number of adults who speaks exactly two. So if we want to find exactly 2 out of 3, the number of people who speaks exactly two languages out of 3, what can we do? We can say that this are the number of people who either speaks, if these 50 people are either who speaks English or Hindi, that is the two languages. These 100 people speaks either English or Urdu, and this 30 people speaks either Urdu or Hindi. So in total, there are 50 plus 100 plus 30, which speaks exactly two but not three languages, which gives us the total of 180. And then if we take a look at the option, we see that option number B is our correct answer.